mistakes. Okay, so D is, it suggests programs can be conducted with proper coordination with least mistakes, rather focus. See, again and again, students, the same points will be coming to you. Okay, so you just need to understand it. So it suggests programs can be conducted with proper coordination. Now, coordination is very important, students. In conducting a tournament. Okay, talking about tournament, in conducting a tournament, or even any XYZ activity program, the main important thing is teamwork. Okay, until and unless the entire team does not perform the its given task, its own given work properly, the entire program fails. For example, I'm giving you a very simple example, that is, suppose you are conducting a inter school or inter district cricket competition. Okay, a cricket tournament. Okay, and on the match day, your bus driver does not reaches on time. It's the entire lapse of the day. Okay, so just because of a bus driver, okay, you'll understand this bus, why I'm giving you this example of bus driving when I'll come to various committees of conducting a program, okay, a tournament. So just because of the mistake of a bus driver, we are not able to reach on time, and that moment is lapsed. Okay, that day is lapsed, that tournament is lapsed. Now we need another day, we need another planning to perform it. You getting me? So teamwork is very important, that is coordination, proper coordination with each another is very important. Until and unless the coordination is there, you won't be able to achieve the goal, or to make a program successful. Okay, next is to promote innovative ideas. See, planning is not done by only one person. Okay, that you all know. For planning, you require the entire team of people conducting that activity, conducting that tournament. So the entire team has to be together, firstly. Okay. Now, for example, conducting your exams, we, the teachers, principal, management, get together. Okay, we sit together, discuss. Now in that discussion, what happens is we get innovative ideas. Okay, like for example, I have been working in other schools as well, so I have various plannings, various ideas of used in previous schools, in other schools. So I can put on those ideas over here. Okay, I can put on in front of sister. Okay, so planning gives promotion to innovative ideas, that is new ideas. Okay, next is to provide direction towards goal. Very simple. Until and unless planning is not done, you won't be able to direct yourself towards the goal. So to direct towards the goal, you need to have proper planning. Okay, next is to reduce undue pressure. Again, if the planning is done correctly, if the bifurcation of the work or the event or the duties have been done properly, what will happen is the pressure won't be on the single person. Okay, it will be segregated between others also. The work that has been segregated to between other people, okay, they will be looking after each and every work, and so there will be perfection, there will be perfection in work, and there won't be undue pressure. Okay, then next is to provide proper coordination among committees. Now what are the committees, that I'll explain it to you later. uh, Coordination is very important. See, again the same point. Okay, you go to point number D. Okay, coordination is over there also, coordination. So coordination is very essential, uh, you know thing to be performed. Okay, if coordination is not there, you won't be able to conduct the tournament. Okay, next is to have good control over all activities. Okay, control is very important. Okay, so to have good control over all the activities, to reduce the chances of mistakes, same, to increase creativity, that is innovative ideas, already explained to you, to enhance the sports performance. Okay, to better the sports performance. Okay, to better the programs performance, I should say. Okay, to protect existing facilities. Okay, that is just to protect what facilities are there, you need to protect them. Okay, that is, for example, students furniture. Okay, when a teacher is not there in your class, what you do? You dismantle the furniture. Okay, break the fans, turn the fans, do this, write on the desk, common thing. So planning helps in protecting the existing facilities as well. Okay, then provide new facilities to meet demand. Okay, now for example, there is something which has to be brought from the market. Okay, the demand is there, which is necessary for this tournament to happen. So provide, that is planning provides new facilities to meet demand. Okay, and last one is helps in decision making. Planning helps in decision making. If planning is done well, you will have a proper result out of it. Okay, it won't be resultless. Okay, decisionless. Okay, if your decision are good, your planning is good, it will help you out in achieving your goal. Okay, I hope I am clear till your objectives of planning. Okay, next is various committees and responsibilities. See, now as I explained it to you earlier, a tournament is not conducted by one person itself. Okay, you need to have a full team. Okay, until and unless that team is not there, a tournament, event, a program will not be able to be conducted. Okay, so a committee, various responsibilities are given so that the the task is completed. Okay, so same way goes with your you can say prize giving, annual day, sports day, any event you take, XYZ. Proper responsibilities are distributed among the teachers. Okay, so that each and every teacher is responsible for some of the other work. Okay, so yeah, I'll be giving you the various committees and responsibilities. Okay, different committees work together for the smooth conduct of the sports event. The various committees are, the first one is technical committee. Technical committee, this committee is responsible for the technical conduct or the MNS. This committee selects various officials such as referees, judges, starters, umpires, timekeepers. Okay, now technical committee is the the one that is on the day. Okay, working on the day, that is conducting your matches. Okay, refereeing your matches, judging your performance. Okay, starters, who are the starters are the one who gives start to the races. Okay, then umpires of the matches, timekeepers. Okay, these people come under these officials, we call them officials. These officials come under the technical committee. Next is transport committee. See, I gave you the example of a bus driver. Here's it. Transport committee. This committee is responsible for providing the facilities regarding transportation of various teams in the venue of sports event. Okay, for example, a team from Jaipur has to come to Ajmer. Okay, so transport committee is responsible for that task, for that work. Okay, now each and every bus driver is under the supervision of a supervisor. Same way goes on. Okay, a ladder is there. This is called ladder method. Okay, so a ladder is there so that a task can be done through proper channel. Okay, reception committee. Okay, like you people go on to the inquiry committee of the school to inquire about everything. Same way for to perform a reception. Now you can't directly reach up to the principal for basic inquiries. So we have a reception committee. The members of this committee are responsible to welcome the chief guest and spectators at opening and closing of the ceremony, as well as for basic inquiries. Now, what are the basic inquiries? A tournament has been organized, matches have been done well, the entire program was good. Now, at the end of the program, a child is missing, parents are not able to meet the child, so they go on to the reception committee. They ask the help of reception committee to contact and get that child, inform the child or the parent that the child or the parent is waiting for you. Okay, it happens, that is what my basic examples are. Next is boarding and lodging committee. What is boarding and lodging committee? This committee is responsible for making necessary arrangements for providing accommodation and serving meals to the sports person and other officials. See, very simple thing. If outsiders are coming to your school, your city, okay, to play a tournament, okay, then what is going to happen is, where are they going to stay? Where are they going to eat? Okay, and what are they going to eat? That depends on the boarding and lodging committee. Okay, so boarding and lodging committee provides accommodation, that is stay for the team members as well as the officials, and meal food for the sports person and the officials. Okay, I hope I am clear. Next is fifth, ground and equipment committee. This committee makes, okay, see students, there are few words which are not clear, may be wrong, so you go to my audio, my voice, I'll correct them for you. This committee makes necessary arrangement of equipment related to events. Okay, now you are organizing for St. Francis. Okay, for this chapter we'll take St. Francis School. St. Francis School is, our school is organizing a tournament. There has to be a committee which will deal with only the ground as well as the equipments. Okay, for example, there is a cricket tournament. Okay, then the committee, ground and equipment committee, is the one that will be dealing with the various grounds. Okay, which ground is available. Okay, which ground is available. Now for example, cricket tournament, then there are various equipments that are required: stumps, bat, ball, okay, kit bag, and scorecard, scoreboard, score sheet. All these things will be provided, or the necessary arrangements will be done by the ground and equipment committee. Then comes medical and first aid committee. You know very well, to perform any physical education program, okay, any sports day, any tournament, you need a medical and first aid committee. That is the first and foremost thing that we people, we physical education teachers, respond to. That by chance, with you face any injury, then there should be a proper medication or first aid kit with us.